Well, right now, let's talk about the importance of trials. Joining us for a conversation, retail sales agronomist in Wisconsin for Brevant Seeds, John Biermeyer is with us here today. John, welcome into the program. It's good to talk with you. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me today.
Well, let's start off and let's talk about this. Why are trials and test plots important to take a look at when you're making seed decisions ahead of a new growing season?
Yeah, I guess like the way I look at it, so I used to work in retail myself, and it just gives you as far as a salesman a lot of data to take a look at. And when you take a look at all the data, you want to look for consistency is the big thing for me. I mean, obviously plot winners are always good and everything, but is it winning one place and is it maybe not doing so well another place, or is it consistently finishing at the top? It just gives growers a lot of information that they can take a look at these newer genetics that are coming out and kind of give them the first look at like what their sellers are going to be looking at, trying to position with them on their farms for the coming years.
What are some key things that farmers need to be paying attention to when reviewing plot results?
Yeah, so I kind of mentioned, I mean, the biggest thing I think that they need to focus on is just the consistency. So is it consistently finishing towards the top or is it kind of sporadic? For me, like I said, it's you want to take a look at the consistency. If it's consistently finishing towards the top at in multiple plots across the state, it probably means that it's a pretty darn good product. If it's something that's going to be very like inconsistent, or it might finish at the top here, but then kind of trail back towards the bottom on another plot, doesn't mean it's a bad product. It just means that there's a little more fine tuning as far as placement for that product.
Well, thinking about plot data and more, John, if growers want more information, where can listeners find some of this local plot data? I'm sure Brevant, you guys have plenty of that, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So if they're taking a look or wanting to find some more information out about how the Brevant products are performing in their neck of the woods, they can visit their local retailer or they can visit Brevant.com.
John, appreciate the time. Any other thoughts you would share with us just on the importance of trials in general?
I just, like I said, I mean, I think it's a great thing to take a look at. Brevant is performing extraordinarily well across my geography in Wisconsin, and I've seen a lot of other places that it's performing extraordinarily well as well. So, pretty awesome harvest to take a look at some things. And like I said, Brevant is definitely a name that should be well known out in the countryside. So.
Brevant.com for more information. John Biermeyer, retail sales agronomist in Wisconsin. John, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you again next week. Appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me.